Welcome to CATtheMinion YouTube channel. My name is Theresa, but you can call me Cat. I'm doing the bi-weekly astrology by element check-in for YouTube. This is like a day or so late, and so this is going to be from the 3rd until the 16th. Yeah. So we're a little bit late getting this out, but it goes until the 16th. And time is fluid, so that's just an idea of the time period for which the video was put out. Since this is YouTube, I'm cutting some time on the editing and compiling by having the cards out already. I shuffled, I cleared them. This is the Earth signs, so we're doing Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus, and that means your Sun, Moon, Ascendant, maybe your Venus sign. If you're feeling particularly afflicted by the Sun in Virgo, or the Aquarius retrograde in Taurus, or by the Saturn retrograde, or by the Jupiter in Capricorn, then this would be the reading for you. So I'm using my Yin-Yang Relationship Check-in spread because there's a lot of duality happening, and there's a lot of planets that are going in and out of retrogrades. We have a lot of switches, and I figured that this would be a good spread for these energies. So I've got 3 cards from each deck, although this one came out as a double, so I kept it. And then the crossover is the bottom of the deck. And I'm just going to take these off the stack so they're not too tall. Now, usually this means that these are the things that are opposite, and this is where they have that cross flow in between. So this could be you and your ego, or you and your higher self, or you and your inner child, or you and another person, or the masculine and the feminine. Anything like that. It could be, you know, we could be looking at Mars and Venus. What are we looking at? We could be looking at Uranus and Neptune. It just, however the energies pop up, whatever it comes in the reading. And I'm sure there'll be more as I get into it. So I usually start with the one up here. This is usually like this is who we're reading for pile, but if you feel more aligned with that pile, it's perfectly fine and doesn't mean anything aside from, you know, I have to choose a place to start. Right? So we're looking at Judgment inverted, 20. Alright, so we have Pluto retrograde here. I just looked it up too, and now I don't remember when it's a retrograde till. I want to say the end of November, but that could be somebody else. Eight of Pentacles retrograde. Not retrograde, inverted. My God. Alright, so this is the Sun in Virgo, and I've been getting a lot of inverted energy for Virgo. First I got a bunch of Virgo cards upright, and for the last week or so I've been getting Virgo upside down cards. So we have the Sun in Virgo here, and it's coming in inverted, which tells me moon energy. Right? Got a little bit of pre-Halloween here, spider webs in the moon. But this also reminds me of a card in the Syrian Starseed Tarot. And I did clear this and shuffle this for the other... what the hell did I shuffle it for? For the air signs, but I'm going to pull a card out anyway, and then I'll have to reshuffle it. Give me the card. I'm going to goddamn card. You fucking card. Are you serious? You need it? Fucking... Where is you? Where are you when I need you? You goddamn son of a... Here it is. And it's upside down as well. Alright. The Karma card trying to pop out. That's also Judgment in this deck. These away for a minute. Where did I put the other thing that was on top of it? Oh. Okay. So this reminds me of the Shadow card in the Syrian Starseed. This is where the Devil would normally be. It's Capricorn energy. We have a Cobweb, it's dark, and we have the Sphinx. This is about the nighttime and going within. So it's very much moon energy like this. Now this is 8, and this is 15. That's the Devil. This is Saturn retrograde. So even though we have the Sun in Virgo, this invert is indicating the Saturn retrograde to me. Normally this is, I gotta do the work card, and Saturn is that taskmaster. Now what the difference is here is 7. So we could be looking at the Chariot, we're not moving. Or we don't appear to be moving. But we could also be dealing with 7 of Pentacles, which would be an invert, which would be, I'm impatient. Right, how long is this work going to take me to get through this moon energy, the darkness? How long is it going to take me to do my shadow work? How long is this book? $28 breaks down to 10, so there is something that's completing here. And here is the 6 of Pentacles, also inverted. Now it's interesting that all of these Wild Unknown cards came out inverted, because I let my deck go whichever way it wants. Let me see. They're not all going the same way. There's some upside down, some not. So it's just how they came out, which is a little bit strange, but I think it's because there's so many retrogrades going in and out. It's just really indicative of that. So 6 of Pentacles inverted. This is not the right garden for my stuff to grow in. The soil is too acrid. Why is my shit not growing? You put it in the wrong kind of soil. We have 14 here, so we're out of balance, right? The pH is not balanced. The 6 of Pentacles, the moon in Taurus. So as I said, the moon. So we have moon here. With the Scorpionic or the Plutonian card inverted, it tells me we need to go deeper. Why am I not getting done with this shadow work? Because you haven't gone deep enough. Why is the plant inverted? Because the roots are trying to go deeper. There we go. How's that? Taurus energy goes back to Venus energy, which is connected to Libra, which is dealing with that out of balance issue. Alright, so let's look at the opposite side of the spectrum before I do this crossover. Alright, so we have the 2 of Cups inverted. Why are these all inverted? That's insane. And naturally, this is Venus in Cancer. So we're dealing with moon energy, we're dealing with Venus energy, Libra. This is saying, this is also indicating potentially Venus retrograde, but Venus was just retrograde. It's now direct, but its counterpart Mars is going to go retrograde pretty soon. So it's almost like Venus is looking in the mirror and being like, hey, I remember when that happened to me, and I know that it's not sharing the cup time because your cup is about to be full of piss. Alright, so here's the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords. So winter energy. I always get the winter of our discount tents. Alright, so this is this Mars energy. I know he's in swords, but we're not going to worry about that. Right, it's like, I see Venus over there. She's looking pretty toasty. Like, maybe I'm going to go talk to her. I'm going to impress her with my sword handling skills. Except the page is kind of like not super on top of it. And he's about to get dumped onto his head in that retrograde energy before he really gets going. So he's not the knight yet. He's not moving fast. What's interesting is that to sort of solidify that energy, we have all this sort of retrograde pull trying to suck him up into it. And he's not the knight of swords here, I just said, but he's not the king either. This is the king of swords in this deck, the father of swords. Right? He's got this chakra power up. But he still needs to go deeper, while it's like pointing right into the root. You're not going to get to this Two of Cups unless you deal with these root issues. Now, the King of Swords, Capricorn and Aquarius, right? Saturn and Uranus retrograde right now. And I thought Saturn was going direct mid-month, but it's Jupiter going direct in Capricorn mid-month, and then Saturn goes direct at the end of the month. Huh. Alright, so what's this double here? The Chariot and the Eight of Cups. Okay, so when I suggested that this was trying to be this alternate devil card, the Shadow, that the 7 that was missing was the Chariot. And here it comes in down here on the opposite side of the spectrum. With this Eight of Cups, I'm going to get rid of what I need emotionally so that I can move forward in balance. And we see this masculine and feminine energy here. But this is talking about something that's going to happen. Whereas, like, this is going to happen first. We have to go through this 2 to get to the 8. And then it's leveling up to the major arcana. So the 8 of Cups, Saturn and Pisces, right? Neptune and Saturn, retrograde. And here's the moon in the upright face. I feel like this is the new moon in Pisces that we just got. I mean, not the new moon, the full moon. The full moon. As if I could talk. So the crossover energy here is a 10. 28... breaking down to 10. 10 of Wands. But it's inverted, so there's some kind of a burden that's being unleashed, right? I'm working too hard in the wrong area. I need to try not to punch this 40-foot thick brick wall with my hand anymore, and I'm gonna go get a drill and come at it from the other side, because that would make a lot more sense. So here we have the 10 of Wands. I might have said swords, but it's wands. Saturn in Sagittarius. And it's inverted, so we're dealing with Saturn retrograde, Capricorn energy, and Sagittarius is wheel energy, which indicates turning, which indicates movement. So not only we have this idea that there's something being spun here, tires, but potentially the wheel energy, but we're also having Jupiter, which is retrograde, going direct in Capricorn. So this is looking at these energies that are coming in with these different planets shifting in and out, and it's indicating that the reason there hasn't been movement forward, that true articulation has been blocked, and that we're not getting this full release and closure that we want on some kind of aspect, possibly emotional, which is interesting because on this side there's more moon energy, but over here it's sort of referenced. So it's like I'm focusing on my work so I don't have to think about my emotions, but I'm having trouble getting anywhere because I'm not going deep enough. Well, what's in my shadow? My feelings. Why am I not? And of course this is the earth signs, right? So we should see a lot of earth energy. We had a Virgo, we had Taurus, and we had Capricorn showing up in your own reading. So what's interesting is the way that these things are working out is that the passion, that core drive, is like I'm going to do it slightly the wrong way and make it harder on myself, but I really want to come out here and just kind of express myself and have some clearing of my thoughts. So there's opportunity for it, but the energies are sort of saying, hey, stop working hard to avoid thinking about your feelings, because if you do, you'll be able to move forward. Alright, so if you want to get a personal reading, you can hit me up. I'm going to try to move this a little bit. thecatcamebackatcamp@gmail.com. I know that's crooked. I don't know if I can fix it really easily. There we go. Alright. Try to do this without... No. Okay. There we go. It's still crooked, but at least it's mostly in there. If you want to get a personal reading, you can hit me up there, thecatcamebackatcamp@gmail.com. The complete list of readings and how much they cost is in the description box of my infomercial video, which is linked below this one. The thumbnail looks like this page here. If you want to help contribute to my channel and keep things running, you can come and hang out at Patreon. That way you can see the deep dive, individual sign horoscope readings and some other stuff as well. You can also donate paypal.me/CATtheMinion. I also have Cash App and Venmo. I have merch and prints, coloring books. I have actual art items here for sale in my catalog. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. Check out my playlists tab and my discussion tab, and stay groovy, and we'll see you later. Bye.